Hello friends, welcome you all on CS Academy by Ketki channel. I am back again with the C++ series. This one is our lecture number 23, and in this lecture we are going to discuss one important topic. The topic name is a virtual function. Virtual function. So virtual function is a very much important topic as per your exam point of view. In the previous lecture we already discussed what is a polymorphism, the basic definition of polymorphism, and the two types of polymorphism. One is a compile time polymorphism and next one is a runtime polymorphism. So these are the two types of polymorphism. So in compile time polymorphism there are the two types. One is the function overloading and operator overloading. So in runtime polymorphism we can achieve runtime polymorphism by using virtual function. So what is runtime, what is compile time, we already discussed in the previous lecture, lecture number 22. If you missed that video, go in the description or check out the playlist of C++ on CS Academy by Ketki channel. Okay, so runtime polymorphism achieved by using the virtual function. So what is a virtual function, how we can define, how we can write the virtual function in our program, what is the actual function of these virtual function, we will discuss in further video. Okay, so please subscribe CS Academy channel by Ketki, and thank you so much for your amazing response. Okay, so please subscribe CS Academy by Ketki channel. If you have any query, let me know in the comment section. Join our Telegram group, and if you have any query, let me know in the comment section or post your query on the discussion group of Telegram. Okay, so let's start our today's lecture, lecture number 23, virtual function. In examination, the question may ask like this: explain the concept of virtual function. And this question was asked in March 2012 board examination. So this is again a PYQ question. Explain the concept of virtual function, and all the videos are based on the PYQ or important concepts of your chapter. Okay, so don't miss any video. Don't miss any video. Watch each and every video thoroughly and note down the important point. Okay, so question may be asked like this: explain the concept of virtual function. So the question may be asked for 3 marks. Okay, so first point is, when user use the same function name in both the base and derived classes, the function in the base class is derived as a virtual using the keyword. So here keyword is keyword. So here keyword is required, not a keyboard. Okay, so it's a printing mistake, sorry about that. When user uses the same function name in the both class, that is a base class or derived class, the function in the base class is derived as a virtual. So how we write the virtual function? We write the virtual function by using the keyword virtual. Okay, preceding its normal declaration. So what is the meaning of this point? The point describes that if there are two classes, one class is a base class, this one is a class base class. Okay, and having a function a. Okay, and this one is a derived class having the same function a. So we can achieve the runtime polymorphism by using the virtual function, and in the runtime polymorphism we have to make the base class function as a virtual. we make base class function as a virtual by writing the virtual keyword preceding its normal declaration. So we have to write virtual keyword in front of name of that function preceding its normal declaration. So virtual is a keyword used to declare the function as a virtual. Okay, so when user use the same function name, if there are two classes having the same function, so we have to make function which is present in the base class as a virtual. And how we can make that function as a virtual? By writing a virtual keyword preceding its normal declaration. So understood the first point? Clear? Next point. When a function is made a virtual, C++ determines which function is used at runtime based on the type of objects pointed to by the base pointer. Okay, when we make the base function as a virtual, C++ understood, C++ determined which function is used as runtime, which type of object is pointed, determine which type of object is pointed, match the type of object with the function, and decide which function is used at runtime. So this one is a concept, so that we have to make one function as a virtual function, and that one function is base class member function. Okay, when function is made a virtual, C++ determine which function to use at runtime based on the type of object pointed to by the base pointer. Next, thus, by making the base pointer to point two different objects, it can execute a different version of the virtual function. Means by making the base class pointer, it points to the two different objects. Means it creates the two different objects and execute a different version of virtual function. Okay. Next, virtual function can be accessed through the use of pointer declared as a pointer to the base class. Means when we want to access the virtual function which is declared in the base class, when we want to access the virtual function, we have to make one pointer. We have to make the pointer, and we declare the pointer to the base class. So we make the pointer to the base class. Okay, so virtual function can be accessed through the use of pointer declared as a pointer to the base class, because virtual function is always declared into the base class, so we have to make a pointer to the base class. Okay, next, also the prototype of base class version of a virtual function and all the derived class version must be identical. So when two classes having the same when two classes, that is a base class and derived class, have a same function with the same function name, so in that case we use the virtual function. So prototype of the base class version of virtual function and all derived class version must be identical. Okay, means the class which means the function which is present in the base class is must be identical with a function present in the derived class. Okay, prototype I already discussed. What is prototype? Prototype means the syntax, how to declare the function. Next one. Next, if two functions with the same name have a different prototype, C++ consider them as an overload function and the virtual mechanism is ignored. Okay, if the two functions having the same name, same prototype, then virtual function work. Okay, virtual function mechanism is used. But if the two function having the same name but different prototype, means different parameters, different number of parameters are present, then that concept is called as a function overloading. So virtual function mechanism is ignored. For virtual function mechanism, we have to make two function, base class function and derived class function with the same prototype. Okay, same number of parameters, same function name. Okay, so this is a prototype. If two function with the same name having a different prototype, C++ considered them as an overload function. That is, a function overloading concept is used and virtual mechanism is ignored simply. Okay, so this is a concept of virtual function and how we can declare the virtual function. So virtual keyword is used. Virtual then void, for example, this is an example, and function name. So this one is a prototype. Okay, so this is a declaration of virtual function. So we have to mention, we have to write a virtual keyword preceding to the name of function. Okay, so this is all about the virtual function. Note down this point. If you have any query, if you like my teaching, please hit the like button. If you like my teaching, please do comment on videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will catch you in next video. Please share with your friends and subscribe our CS Academy by Key channel and hit the like button.